Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist here. This is our 2020 Subaru Ascent Limited 7-seater. Now, this was kind of a loaner, general manager, owner-driven vehicle, so it's got a few kilometers on it, and of course, the price will reflect that. So, white exterior, Limiteds, one step under the absolute full load Premier model. So we've got the power lift gate, backup sensors in the rear bumper. They'll actually apply the brakes if it thinks you're gonna hit something in reverse. Very, very handy. With the third row up, a decent amount of space. You've got some usable storage underneath here. It's where the privacy cover tucks when it's not being used. Now, if you need more room, it is a 60-40 split seat, and you can push it down. And even with just one side down, it's pretty darn roomy. Now you can close it from here, you can do it manually, there's a handle, or you can actually lock and close it all from here as well, so you don't have to fish your keys out of your pocket, your purse, your bag, or walk back up front to lock it. Now, like I mentioned, it was the 7-seater, so you've got two captain's chairs in the second row, adjustable armrests, so you can kind of set them at your preferred level for comfort. So you can either enter the third row through the middle there, or just like the 8-seaters, we've got the ability to slide and use that step to get into the third row. I honestly don't think this third row was ever used. With the Limited, you get the nice window shades, keeps things a little cooler, a little darker in the back. You've got children, easier for them to take naps. Cup holder, bottle holders in the doors. We have climate controls for the second and third rows, and you can control them from here, or you can lock out the second and third rows and control it all from the front. Now, the climate controls actually come out of the vents, so your heat and air conditioning come out of the vents, and that's in the second and third row, so you actually get that temperature sooner than later. 2 USB ports, charging, keep everyone connected. We've got more cup holders, and these two seats are heated with high and low settings, so even the back people get to be really comfortable. Now it is a proximity key, so I can lock everything just by pressing and holding the lines. I wait half a second, put my hand in, and it unlocks, all because I've got the key in my pocket. On the inside, power windows, locks, mirrors, of course. We've got 2 position memory settings for your mirror and your seat. It will not remember the lumbar support level, and the thigh adjuster is a manual adjustment. So unfortunately that's not controlled from it. We do also have the Harman Kardon audio system. So it is a phenomenal audio system. Push button start. Audio controls and Bluetooth controls on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. We've got our adaptive cruise and lane keep on the right. We also have our heated steering wheel on the right. When I turn on the adaptive cruise, gives you an image of the Ascent. The small heads-up display there also shows that. And you can see there's 4 bars ahead of the Ascent, down to 3, 2, and 1. That's the follow distance behind the vehicle ahead of us that we will follow at if we catch up. So if you're going 110, catch up to someone going 100, you'll slow down to 100, and you'll follow them at a set distance. If they slow down, you'll slow down. You don't have to touch the brake. It's phenomenal on longer trips. That's the lane keep. So above 60 kilometers an hour, if these 2 cameras can see the lines, it'll give you gentle steering input if you go towards them. Try to keep you in the middle of your lane. Now, it's not going to force you to stay in your lane. You go to dodge a deer, a pedestrian, another vehicle. It's not going to force you back. It's very, very subtle. Since we're talking about the safety features, we've got our blind spot detection, and it illuminates orange on the corresponding side whenever someone's in your blind spot. Up top here, little information screen. That one shows what technology's on, so everything's on, with the exception of the auto on-off high beams, because it's not dark enough for our headlights to come on, and RAB on the right is grayed out. That's rear assist braking, and that's because we're not in reverse. When I put it in reverse, you can see it's on. Now this screen you can cycle through. There's a bunch of different screens. Gives you important information while you're driving. And the one that I like is the fuel economy. Of course, we're sitting here, so it doesn't look that great. But you change those through the 2 arrows there. Now, we have a nice large display. It is all touchscreen. Or you can use the tactile buttons down here. But you've got your nav. Zoom in. This is also our backup camera. The second you put it in reverse, shows you the top of the bumper so you have something to relate to. Backup sensors are telling me we're close to that Forester. And when you turn the steering wheel, it shows you where you're going to end up if you keep your wheel turned that way. Climate controls are down here. So it is 3-zone. You've got driver, you've got passenger, and you have the back. Like I was saying, you can control the rear just on its own. Or I can lock them out. And you get the little lock icon there. So if someone's messing around with climate controls and you just want it one thing, you can set it. And you can actually turn off the rear. And so you can sync these two. So if it's just one person, you're set. 3 stages of heated seats for the driver and the passenger. Down here, we've got our 2 USB ports. So charging, this is also where you'd plug in to listen to music, or you can do the auxiliary. Same thing for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto through the USBs there. We've got auto vehicle hold, so kind of a brake holder for drive-throughs or construction traffic, that kind of stuff. And X mode, Subaru's equivalent to 4x4 low that you'd find in your pickups. My favorite feature ever in any vehicle, auto dimming mirror. There's no switch to flick. Your side mirrors are also auto dimming, so you don't get blinded when someone has their high beams on behind you. Under here, don't know if the camera's gonna focus on it or not, but you've got 3 buttons. You can hook those up to garage doors, so you don't have to carry an opener with you. Sunglass holder with spy mirror. And then we've got our panoramic sunroof, moonroof combination. So even people in the back can appreciate it. Only the front panel tilts or opens all the way. The back one's just for light, but it's still there. So that's a brief overview of the 2020 Subaru Ascent Limited 7-seater. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist. Talk to you guys soon.